afternoon, good evening, good day.
I don't want to be other.
You want to turn that light?
To you?
No, to you.
I'm look fine.
Yeah.
I'm that color.
Jesus. Make sure you loosen it up.
Somebody broke it?
Yeah. There you go. Perfect. How's everybody doing today? We hope everything is going good. What's up, Mr. Berg, Mr. Bobby, Maximo, James, Juan, Kilgore, Richard, Hey, William,
Jeff,
Mark. What's up from Missouri?
Yeah.
Beautiful SC, I'm assuming it's South Carolina. Cali, Ocala, Largo, Kentucky. Kentucky's a long state to drive through.
Really?
Yeah, it's like where 75 goes through Kentucky. It just seems like
Do you ever drive over there?
Yeah, many times. Yeah. North Carolina, Flint, Michigan. Hey, been there. Hey, don't drink the water.
North Carolina. Texas.
Texas.
Thailand.
Thailand. There you go. Winner,
Look
winner.
at that, David.
Far. No, Ohio. What did I miss here? North Carolina. Did I say that one? I don't know if it is. Howdy, y'all. What's up, Mike? How's everybody doing today? What's up, guys? My car currently at shop getting a radio installed. Can't wait to get it back. I can't afford it either. Georgia, Canada. What is going on? Dean Fernando, you guys are awesome. I love watching your videos, and your tool drawer website is perfect. We try. That's all I can say. What's up, fellas? Portugal in the house. That's where Lewis is from. Arizona, Wisconsin. We like you too, Jeff. Oh well, I mean, you know, it's a love-like thing. Louisiana checking in. Arizona,
What's up, guys?
New York. Wales. Hey.
Louisiana.
So I know Wales isn't anywhere near it, but it's in the right country. What is going on with the glacier thing over there, man? I mean, they own the Bucks here, but man, you guys are really upset about that. Pack GM kit for the high 10. Did you get one? I saw one this weekend. Nathan had one in his car. Yeah, I was like, why don't you? And he goes, I do. And I said,
how it looks?
Looks spectacular. It's, I mean, it fits great. Tally.
Tally? Where's Tally?
I don't know. Only
you guys ever did a Tesla? Nope.
No, not yet.
Not yet. One day.
Saskatchewan. Yeah.
Saskatchewan.
Put a backup camera. Put a backup camera in a Honda Fit. Not easy. Probably not. Getting through that boot sucks.
Make sure to fit.
Already purchased about 60% of the tools. I got inspired to start my own side business. There you go.
Dallas, Texas.
Tokyo Disney.
Tokyo Disney.
You wish, bro.
I want.
And I was right there with you. Dallas.
Tallahassee.
Hello from MTL.
MTL?
Yeah.
Where's MTL?
Have you ever put a radio in Mazda CX-7? Yes. Yes, we have. I got my big floating screen JVC getting ready to put it in my Fusion. There you go. What's humidity there? I don't know. Do you have it on your phone?
Yes, of course.
We'll check. I don't think it's that high today. This isn't humidity season because, like, with the whole weather weird thing going on, it hasn't been too bad. Montreal, England.
Right now it's at 88.
That's humidity? No, that's the temperature.
No, hang on.
Scroll down. You're looking for relative humidity. Humidity. Right there.
55.
It's only 55%. It's like, dude, that's like nothing. So
55%.
Nav TV, is it available? Are you asking or are you telling? That would be the question I've had. Just installed a Kenwood with some 5x7s. Awesome. Good evening, fellas. How's it going? How is it going, Fernando? How was your day off?
Oh, that was fantastic. I'm jealous because I saw a picture of Chris Bennett posting a bug.
Yeah, he just bought a bug.
And I'm jealous because I want one.
As far as, what's up, Bobby?
Yeah.
As far is it, question mark. Honestly, I don't know. I would definitely give Nav TV a call and ask them what their estimates on it. Okay. I haven't checked.
No.
So Mazda CX-7 looks pretty easy. What plugs do I need to keep steering wheel controls? So if you're gonna try to keep steering wheel controls, we have a new slide.
Ooh, look at you.
Yeah, look at this. But it's the old information there. So let's go back to laptop. All right, let's just go to stills. All right, take a screenshot. Here we go. The one you're probably going to be wanting to look at is either metroonline.com or maestroidatalink.com. I don't know if Maestro is compatible. Look at that. Not much bug yet. Did you see that?
Yes.
So Fernando was just saying how jealous he was of your bug, Chris. But anyways, MetroOnline.com is the place you want to go to find a compatible steering wheel control for that. I would definitely check theirs out and see if that works for you. I know it will. It's yeah, you're gonna be fine.
I think it's gonna be a fun project, definitely, Chris.
Yeah, and it's definitely gonna be a money pit.
Totally. Some tears are gonna be there too.
No, just some loose wallet. What is the problem when you install a aftermarket camera and the image is flipped? Two things. One, if your radio has the ability to mirror, the mirror is wrong. And two, if the camera has a switch and or a loop pigtail, a wire that just like loops in and out. One of those is typically for mirrored image. It either is disconnected and needs to be connected, or it's connected and needs to be disconnected, and or the switch is put in. Anytime you make a connection though, make sure you disconnect power, make the connection or disconnection, plug it back in, because a lot of those cameras have memory for whatever the switch was previous.
Yeah.
Before we get too far into this, of course, 12 volt clean wire club is the thing that Fernando and I came up with to show off clean wiring every Monday. Every Sunday, Fernando picks who's going to get the wallpaper of the week. And this week, we have this here. Who did this one, Fernando?
Mr. Marcus. Marcus did his first installation, and he shared it to us, so...
He did a spectacular
Awesome
job. Looks really nice.
A lot of people, I don't think that was the first thing. Why not?
Yeah,
you know,
why not?
if he take the time to do it,
Yeah.
I think he said like it took like 2 days to do all that stuff. I mean, why not?
2 days to get all that
Awesome.
that flexi limb on there, for God's sakes. That stuff takes forever. But congratulations, you did a spanking job there. So I know, right? So anyways, if you'd like to have your picture up there, well then by all means submit your clean wire on the Clean Wire Club, and you know, start getting your imagery out there for us to look at, and
That's
hopefully
right.
one day.
Make sure you have your credit card. So
Fernando will sell you 57 bug projects as Bobby.
You have one? Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. I want to see a picture.
How does it feel you guys set the standard for the whole world? I wouldn't go that far.
No, I'm gonna say yeah.
You're gonna say yes.
Yes, why not? I mean, in the end of the day, and you know, when you start doing it, when I came here and started working with you, you know, I just saw that you started doing everything in the bench, and I used to do that all the way in the back. So that was so much easy and everything. And now start seeing a lot of people, you know, came out with a clean wire. Some people take the whole system out and rewire everything because of the pictures. So it's awesome.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I could take credit for it.
You
but
create a lot of headaches for a lot of people. So,
Dean, sound a minute. Y'all could have warned a guy. If you would have watched the show, we did warn you to tell you that, you know, I said that it is not the sound of metal. I said that it is not a show.
It's not a movie.
That I would recommend to anyone. After watching it, it was tough, that's for sure. And what is he talking about, you might add? Hold on, I went to the wrong page. Ooh, hold on. Answer something for me while I do this.
All right. So hang on.
Just read anything.
I'm trying to.
What
is the best way to diagnose a problem with Maestro RR? Sometimes the stereo won't turn on, and other times I only get rear sound. I have to restart the head unit. The head unit, it's a Kenwood DDX 9905.
So it really depends on the car.
Yes.
He didn't label the car.
Right.
The only car that I can think of that could cause this problem is a Toyota. Because there are some issues in a Toyota with ignition. Yeah, they are having some issues with ignition in a Toyota, and the solution for it is because what happens is the RR will reset itself.
Okay.
But it can reset itself in the background, so what their technicians are telling you to do is just bypass and go, because that car generates its own accessory, so it's not a big deal. So if you just disconnect your accessory from the RR module and just go into the other side and grab your accessory there,
okay,
by the time everything is all set and ready to go, the RR has reset itself and you don't have the downtime on the radio.
So what would be the solution?
The solution would be to disconnect your... There again, it's only for a Toyota. and I don't know if it's not a Toyota, but
Okay.
disconnect your power wire from the red RR wire
Mm-hmm.
and go to the other side, go to the plug side where the factory accessory is, and
Okay.
don't use the accessory through the RR. That's where the problem is coming in.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even, it's the only problem they're having, and it's so random that they haven't been able to figure out what's causing it, because
Okay.
they don't have one to test it. They haven't gotten any insight on it. But
Okay.
I want to ship my Camaro to you guys. Is that possible? You know, we've never had anyone ship us a car because it seems kind of weird, but I mean, stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Greetings. You consider moving from Focal Access to Renault Maximus a upgrade or a lateral move? Lateral move. It's definitely a lateral move. They're in the same price point.
Yeah.
They're different performance between the two.
Totally.
But that would be a lateral move. Yeah, you'd want to go up to the next tier of one or the other. Not that it would be bad. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a lateral move if one isn't giving you what you want. You know, if you're not happy with the Access and that's the budget you want to be in, then yeah, going to the Maximus would be a different speaker, different tonality, different quality of sound, different things would be happening. But if you're hoping to upgrade the stereo, that's definitely not really an upgrade per se. It's more of a lateral move with a slight sound change.
All right. So show us what are we talking about?
So what we were talking about when he was asking about the sound of metal is this guy right here. This is Side Jag. Side Jag is a guy's perspective on movies and life. And if you notice right over here, it says Sound of Metal. This is a show that Hi-Fi Vega and myself are doing where we assign you guys.
I would do, but if I was to recommend
I'm just showing you.
something to
Jesus! Learn how to work.
watching this
Yeah,
movie,
either way.
I would recommend either a
We assign you a movie to watch. This week happened to be, which I watched and I can't wait to talk about, is the Madonna thing. I'm sorry, I didn't say Madonna. Framing
Close.
Britney Spears on Hulu.
Okay.
It was really good. Anyways.
Yeah.
If you're a Britney Spears fan, even if you're not, it's interesting to watch just to be like, no way, really? And we're going to have a guest this week, which will be Jeff Smith. So at 9:45 Eastern Standard Time over on Side Jag, it's 9:45, 10:45. Make sure you check that out. All right, what do you got?
All right. I have a 2021 Silverado Nambo system. I have two amplifiers. Both have the requirement filter to do low and high pass. I'm sorry. Do I need an LC7i, which I also have? The install of the LC7i, I'm nervous with the new integration with the truck. What do I do?
What kind of truck was it?
It's a 2021 Silverado Nambo system.
Nambo system. And what kind of
Yeah.
amps does he have?
He got 2 amps. It doesn't matter what kind of amps it's.
So if he's got a 2021, he's got an LC7i. Right now, there's really not a
harness.
solution for that.
No.
So, or a harness.
wow.
Oh my God, is that the air compressor?
We just buy one, so that's why.
Okay. The LC7i would probably be the way to go. I would recommend that if you're not going to do a DSP. I would also pick up a set of these right here, the ACLGD greens that Fernando's grabbing. You're going to want a set of these. We found that in the newer Chevy trucks, it needs a load resistor and it needs a little bit more than just the blues give us. Whoa, what did you do? Oh, that was neat. I was like, whoa. So yeah, the ACLGD greens would be a good buy to have.
Yeah.
You are going to get a little bit louder door chime, but make sure you go into the radio settings and turn it down to its minimum amount, and you should be okay there. But yeah, I wouldn't. It's okay. It's not the terriblest install. Did I watch Predator with dual Hagtalar speaker Bluetooth and the TV last night? Whoa, never get. Oh, dude, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Nice.
I have a 2021 F-150. I absolutely need to do. Hold on, what happened here? Okay, this is. I'm sorry. It's just really. Okay, hold on. Do I absolutely need to do the A to B and a DSP, or can I use an LC7i after the factory amplifier already own the LC7i will be running 2 amps to the doors and subs. Yeah, you're totally gonna need it because otherwise it's just gonna. Okay. First off, the LC7i isn't gonna be enough channels for you because you have tweeter, front 2 tweeters, front 2 mid, rear 2 speakers, and the subwoofer. So if anything, you need an LC8i because you just don't. So now, if your car has any backup sensors or anything like that, those need to be included into the high level, low level. But the reality is it's the wrong tool for the job. That's it. That's really what it comes down to. I mean, if you're trying to take a Phillips head screw out with a flat head, sure. I suppose if you have a thin enough one, you could do it. But the right tool to do it properly is A to B. So pick up an A to B. I mean, I know they're expensive, but there again, it's a 2021 F-150. It's a brand new truck. It's an awesome truck. Why would you settle? Yeah. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
So
totally. All right. Have you guys ran new wires into the doors of a 2019 Fusion? Also, what kind of car did you get, Dean?
I got a Mustang convertible.
And no, we haven't run any wires into 2019 Fusion.
I can tell you it's going to suck.
Yep.
Because Ford uses Molex plugs to plug their stuff in. The last time we had to run wires in the door of a Ford, we had to take the doors off the car to get the wires through. So
I don't know what kind of system do you do, but
yeah, I don't.
You know,
if you're trying to add like tweeter wires or something like that, or go active, I totally understand why you'd want to do that. But if you don't have to, I strongly recommend not doing it.
Did you know if Morel Maximus are discontinued according to Crutchfield?
The version 1 is. The version 2
The version 1, yeah.
The other thing too is they are going through a name change on the Maximus V2s, so there will be a new name for them at some point here. So the Maximus is going to be, so it's going to be like Maximus V2 is the current model. It's going to, for Crutchfield is getting a new version of it with a different name. They're going to do one of those cool Crutchfield things like, hey, we have an exclusive on this particular Morel brand. I was talking about that with them the other day. So they're not discontinued because I had that concern too. But no, it's just they're going through a name change on it.
All right. Hey, guys, I have a 2014 Traverse with aftermarket radio and Bose factory speakers. I want to keep factory amplifier. For now, what speakers will you recommend?
None.
Aftermarket radio.
None. You can do an aftermarket radio on that, but the speaker-wise, you're going to need to keep those at the factory.
Until you change the whole
Bose system. Yeah, the Bose system is it's a sealed deal. So if you have a Bose amplifier in the Traverse powering the Bose speakers, they're a specific ohm load. They're usually 2 ohm. Sometimes they're 3 ohm. Sometimes they're 1.5 ohm. But either way, they're very user specific. So like they'll typically put their subwoofer in there somewhere, usually in the front doors, that you're not replacing with anything other than that speaker or a factory replacement version of that. So it's not like you can keep that amplifier and it plays 4 channels of full range. We would never do that ever, never, not gonna happen. The only time you would keep that is if we're trying to band-aid a system just to get it to play again. But there's no world where we would be putting a radio in, keeping that amplifier, and putting new speakers in. It's not even anything that would happen. Like, no, not in a million years.
All right,
Mr. Bill Freeman.
Hey, what would you choose? Focal flax 3 ways or K2 2 ways? And the 2020
K2 2 ways.
K2.
It's not even a question. Focal flax 3 ways versus K2 2 ways. K2s all day long. It's not even
really?
Like yeah. No, that's not even fair. That's not even fair to that 3-way. I was gonna go active. All right, hold on. I was gonna go active, but I guess I'll go passive. Thanks, guys. Have a nice night. Thanks, Greg. I totally understand. 2024 Taurus. What is the kit to do a new radio? You know, the one with the tuner in the trunk. Okay, so let's go back here, media, and we'll flop this guy in here one more time. This is the pack. You're going to go to Maestro. No, I'm sorry. You're going to go to metroonline.com. Metroonline.com. Type in 2004 Taurus.
Yep.
This is where you're going to find that kit and pick that guy up and put it in your car, and everything will be wonderful. So that's the one you want. Thanks to Paul for another.
Thanks to Paul and another, I now have all my Illusion ordered from the Outback. 3-inch in the dash, 8-inch in the door, and 6-inch in the rear. Really excited. Awesome, man.
That is definitely a system worth getting excited about.
Hooking up 2018 Nissan Frontier factory backup camera to Pioneer head unit. Where is the reverse wire to plug the Pioneer head unit into?
If we were working on that car, we would go to the reverse light in the back of the car, and when we ran our camera wire, we would run a reverse trigger with it. Not all the Nissans have reverse triggers in the dash. Some of them do. So we would test them first. We'd take our digital multimeter and we go to the camera plug, because it's usually in the camera plug, and we would just test to see if any of those go to 12 volt, we put it in reverse. And if they didn't, because it's on the bus, in which case then we would test first, and then Fernando would run a reverse wire with the camera so that we could just get it in the back of the car at the actual bulb.
Also, you can Google, you can find it in Google, definitely.
Google is a good place to look.
All right, 20 minutes.
Are we at the 20-minute mark?
20 minutes, man.
So what that means is I need to go here, switcher, turn this off. All right, guys, it's 20-minute time. So that means we need to go to... Do we have artwork for this?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me pull up the artwork.
Right, the bottom one.
This one.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, so laptop. No, not that one. This one. There we go. It's time for fundamentals of car audio. Woo, yeah! Let's pull this guy up, and we'll go full screen here. Tonight's full fundamentals of car audio are going to be us talking about polarity. Does it matter? This is a wonderful question. This is something we get quite a bit when people say, hey, you know, does it really matter that which positive, which negative, which wires go where? First off, what is polarity? Speaker polarity is determined when connecting the wires between the amplifier and the speaker. When the positive amplifier terminal is connected to the positive speaker terminal and the negative amplifier terminal is connected to the negative speaker terminal, the speaker will be in correct polarity. What does that look like? Looks like this. If you have a sine wave creating a positive wave, then it creates a negative wave. On your amplifier, you'll have a positive output and a negative output. I'm getting there. When the positive wave goes, the speaker will move out. When the negative wave goes, the speaker will move in. And this, of course, is going to happen very fast. If you connect it properly, it'll move accordingly. If you just have one speaker, getting a negative and a positive wrong might not matter, because it's just one speaker. There's nothing for it to play against. Your ears won't know. It's just going to move. And how that works is if you cross the streams. So you take your negative, hook it up to positive, positive, hook up to negative. It happens a lot because it could be a wire that has a square positive and a round negative, or they just labeled the wires wrong, or when they were printing them, they decided to flip the positive and negatives. Either way, the speaker will be moving out where it's supposed to move in, and in when it's supposed to be moving out. There again, one speaker, you would never notice. However, if there are two speakers playing the same sound and one is connected backwards.
Put the image in the bottom.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I meant to do that.
Hey.
That's why I left that. Thank you. If there are two speakers playing the same sound and one is connected backward, reverse polarity, then the two speakers will be out of polarity with each other. The sound they play will cancel out. Let me finish. Normal polarity wiring, reverse polarity wiring. At the top you can see where, and I'll move this over to here. At the top you can see the normal wave comes up, comes down, and that is moving the way it's supposed to. In the reverse polarity, the sound coming in is the same as the sound at the top, but the wires are crossed, and now it is going down and it's going up instead of it's going the opposite. When those two lay on top of one another, you're going to cancel them out. Total Ghostbusters crossing the streams. Most of you guys that have put subwoofers in cars can experience this or have experienced this by simply taking one of the subwoofers and hooking them up backwards. You'll go from having this tremendous booming coupling sound to having no sound at all. Something to keep in mind, depending on the size and position of the speaker, there will be different outcomes. Having a speaker polarity reversed is sometimes intentional. But that is a topic for another time. And what I mean by that is that in some situations you may have speakers playing higher frequencies that are farther apart, and the sound radiating off that speaker will never affect the other speaker. However, to your ears will cause a delay in time, which is phase, which has nothing to do with polarity, and that could cause a phase shift in the car, which would then give you a center image. Chrysler loves to do this, and Toyota does it with all-pass filters. Most manufacturers are starting to do it with all-pass filters. But that's, like I said, a topic for another time. We hope you guys enjoyed this. On with the show.
Thank you for watching. All right, Dean.
Yes.
I need some those cool Moreno logos made.
Don't we all? We're working on it, guys. We're working on it.
All right. Hey guys, how hard it's to tune your own system? 4 coaxial speakers at 150 watts and a sub at 1 or 2 ohms. Not sure what to put.
I'm sorry, I was laughing at Hi-Fi Vega. He says polarity is very important, especially on Thursday nights at 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time, which you can watch reverse polarity with the two of us. All right, what do you got?
All right. How hard is to tune your own system?
Not very hard.
4 coaxial speakers.
Okay.
150 watts.
Yep.
And a sub. 1 ohm or 2 ohms. Not sure.
Well, I mean, it depends what you consider by tuning. And that's one of those words that gets used loosely. Let's tune a system. A lot of people will say, all right, setting the gains and the crossovers is tuning a system. I mean, I feel that's like the loosest definition of tuning a system you could possibly get to. But there again, it's still making it sound better than it's not. So, I mean, there is a certain amount of tuning, but not in the sense of when you actually describe tuning as setting EQ and whatnot. Now, if you don't have a DSP, you're going to be using your radio for tuning. Setting your crossovers, coaxials, and stuff like that. Just because you have coaxials, just because you have one sub, there again, if you're just using a radio, it has a lot of presets built into it. One of those presets is for time alignment is seat positioning. You can go in and tell it, I'm sitting in the driver's seat. And it doesn't know that you have just coaxials. It will try to add some delay to it and try to get your sound to move up towards the center of the dash, which can be really nice. As far as how hard is it to do, it's just a matter of sitting in the car and adjusting and turning dials and adjusting levers until something sounds better. Where people screw up is that they don't know what sounds better. So your judgment can be flawed because if you've never heard something that sounds good, you might think turning the EQ all the way up because it's louder makes it sound good. In which case, no, it doesn't. It just makes it sound louder, which isn't going to help anybody. So you kind of have to pick a frequency, raise it up, lower it down, and see if it sounds better if you don't have an RTA or something like that. The nice thing is you have a phone, you can download a lot of RTA apps to your phone and just use your phone. Set it in the center console, play some music other than on your phone, maybe borrow somebody else's phone, and just see what it looks like. Personally, playing some pink noise would be the best thing to do with the phone listening. Sometimes, you know, I'll put it like this sometimes and just kind of look at it and adjust the EQ. But it can be done. All the way to 11. Need more gain, for sure.
You have 11?
Milli Pros. Yeah, those are nice. Those are really nice speakers.
I have the Pioneer DMH W4660 NEX. Once in a while, it does not turn on until I get in a mile down the road. Any ideas what this could be?
You'd have to know all the installation aspects of it. I mean, is there a smart harness in there? You know, what kind of car it is. Sometimes some of these smart harnesses don't activate right away. Could be one that's going bad. Could be something wrong with the data bus of the car. Could be something wrong with the radio itself, just not like doing what it's supposed to. Could be a software update's needed. There's a lot of little things that it can be. Those are one of those things that it's like, yeah, you just kind of have to throw the kitchen sink at it. What's up, Lewis from Portugal?
What's up?
Someone keeps asking me what I'm going to put in my Mustang. The only thing that I know 100% that's going to end up in the Mustang is I have the Morels that are going to go in there at some point. Other than that, we have a bunch of stuff we're going to try in it just because, like, we have a bunch of stuff. So the reason I bought the Mustang was, for one, it was a convertible, and I really wanted a convertible in my life because I've never had one. 2, it's 100% iData compatible on both sides, meaning you can replace the radio if you ever wanted to, and you can do an AR integration. As far as the AR integration goes, we have tons of AR equipment to put in it. So we have the Audis and Prima, which is kind of what I want to do first because it's 8 channels of output, and I just want to get in there and play with it, see if I can make it sound any better with just a nice amplifier and a DSP on those factory speakers. And then if that works, I can upgrade to the Forza because that's even more power, and at that point I might replace the speakers. And at some point there's going to be amplifier subs and all that fun stuff in there. It's just a matter of, for one, we were talking about it today. Man, we are so damn busy. It sucks. And it's not a complaint, it's just for doing our own stuff, we just don't have the time because like we work all day, and by the time it's daytime or nighttime it's like I want to go home, you know, but we can't, and then we're here till 10 o'clock, and then we got to get back up and start it again. So 6 days a week is killing us right now.
I was thinking the same thing, Jason. You know, like that would be easy.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh, for sure.
Not?
For sure.
And then you put the sub in the front seat because nobody sits in the front seat.
Yeah.
Passenger.
Yeah.
Why not?
The only thing I've done to it so far is, and that's because I didn't have to do anything other than pay somebody, was I had new wheels and tires put on it, and we had the Boba Fett logos put back into the headrest. And those looked really cool because we went black this time instead of silver like we had in the Camaro. So, but we'll show you that in another show.
What would be the best way to integrate into the 2020 Mazda 3 sedan with Bose system? I want to do an active front stage and a sub.
So anytime you're going to integrate into anything, whether if it's a Mazda, whether it's a Ford, whether it's whatever, you have to count how many channels you have. That's the most important thing. How many channels do you have? In this case, it's a Bose, so you can be pretty sure that everything is going to be active from the factory, which is good. So that's going to make your life a little bit easier. And the fact that you want to go full active is going to make your life even easier that way because you won't have to try to sum anything together. Anytime you have to sum stuff together, that's where things get weird, especially in these cars that have like premium audio systems. When you keep things active, then it will eliminate the need to get weird on you. You won't have to like try to bring in a tweeter and a mid-range together where they're just not going to sum right, plus the EQ curves that are already in there. You could just re-amplify the system full actively with some form of basic EQ on each channel and get a really good sound out of it. A nice 8-channel amplifier to look at for that would be something like a Audison, like I was talking about, the Prima, the Forza. Or you could go with something like the Audio Control. If you don't want to screw with DSP, that makes it really nice because you could go with the LC 61200 to power the front stage. You have 2 channels for front stage, and then you can go rear and then use the output for a sub amp of some kind, like the LC 1.800, or if you just need a small sub, the ACM 300. If you want to go full DSP, like we're doing in this Honda out of frame here, there again 6 channels. We went with the D 6 channel. There again, if you saw, I don't know why I keep saying there again. If you saw where we did the STI, we used the Forza and went full active with that. Lots of power, sounded wonderful, small footprint. So there are some options for you. But basically what it comes down to, whatever equipment you choose, because there's a ton of equipment out there to choose from, is you need to go channel for channel. So find out how many channels you have first, and then that'll tell you what you need to get to integrate into it.
All right, now this is good.
Yes.
Does quality of aftermarket head unit affects the sound or signal at all? I'm using 8000 series RCAs and audio control amplifiers and a DSP. T2 components, speakers in the front, Rockford Punch Pro in the rears. I have an Android Atoru A6 Pro for head unit. Will this be considered the weakest link, or using $10 head unit works just as well as a $2,000 head unit in this case?
So the answer to that is, okay, where do you want to drink water from? The pool at the bottom of the hill, or the pool at the top of the hill? One of the reasons why I bring this up is when we went to Hawaii, they were like, don't drink the water down in the waterfall. Don't drink the water here. And we're like, why? Like, just keep your mouth closed. Don't get any in your mouth because there's tons of bacteria. It's like, why is that? Well, because the water comes from way the hell up there, and that's where the animals are. And the animals drink the water up there, and they poop and pee and frolic and all the bacteria, and then it comes down over the waterfall, and that's where we play. So we're basically playing in the animal's toilet. So the source unit is where all of it comes from. 100% matters. It has to be the best. It doesn't matter how amazing something is after it, it's going to suck. They call that building a house on a mound of sand. You know, if you could build $1 million mansion on the beach, but if you haven't anchored it properly, it's just going to wash away. A sandcastle, for example. So yes, it matters. You have to have, now, regardless of whether it's an Android radio or a Kenwood radio or an iPhone radio, you have to have something with the best preamp section possible. Audio grade components are a big help. But yeah, that is why like the XR series Kenwoods cost so much, is because they put a lot of effort into making it sound good. They don't care about this little 18 watt by 4 amplifier that's built into it. They put all their effort into making the output sound the best, meaning they've used a high-end DAC that does awesome conversion for both DSD, for FLAC files, as well as standard MP3, AAC, and all those other things. And then the output of the amplifier. It's a real preamp section, meaning a lot of these radios, the amplifier is the preamp. They just put basically high-level to low-level adapters on it and choke the voltage down to where it's at 4 volts or 2 volts, and that's it. So it literally just wires off. This goes off to speakers, this goes through a resistor, and then out through the RCAs. It sucks. So yeah, the better the source, the better the sound.
Yeah.
Crap in power, high power crap. Okay, Bill, that was easier. Alright.
Alright, installing the JBL DSP. Turn my clean install into ratnets.
Yeah.
Any pointers?
No.
On how to clean it up?
Man, no. Sometimes it's just not fun. It's just not fun. That's the only way. You know, I got nothing. You just try the best you can. Sometimes spreading things out helps, but I just, it's one of those things I look at and I just go, you know, I don't know. I got nothing. Well, could I come up with something? Sure, that's what I do. But off the top of my head, I got nothing.
Alright. How do you guys like the center image from Helix? Have you guys had a chance to mess with the stage expander or any other effects?
Have you ever played with the effects?
No, I was trying to play. No, but
yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't do rear.
And I don't have rear, and I don't have the DSP right now installed. So as soon as I put it on, I want to play with those things.
Yeah, but you need rear and or center to play with them.
I'm gonna grab just a speaker and put it in the center, and that's it.
I keep just telling you, we should just do away with your piece and put a center channel there.
I know. Which
How would you describe the sound of Kicker QS speakers? Which ones are the QS? Is that the yellow ones?
No. The Q.
Oh, the Q class.
Yeah, the Q class.
That's their high-end speaker. So, I mean, that's as good as it gets for a Kicker. I honestly I've heard very few. I haven't heard enough to sit there and be like, oh, man, these are... No, I heard John Mayer's Mustang, which was John Mayer's Mustang, so it better sound amazing. I've heard a couple others, but I've never really sat there and done any critical listening with them.
Yeah.
John's system, which should be the best of the best, was definitely the best of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean he's been doing this forever, and he has Kicker at his disposal, so he better be able to make it sound amazing. So I do have there are plenty of fans on here that have them and love them and say they're spectacular. It's a Q class. I have yet to be disappointed by anything that has a Q class in front of it, so including their subwoofers and amplifiers. So, I mean, if that's a barometer for what they do, then you won't be disappointed.
All right.
Okay, hold on. Back to the radio. It says, okay, I see what you mean. I think I will upgrade the preamp on the radio isn't great, even though it's like $250, not quality.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Or.
Nah,
never mind.
I like the Helix V8, and Jeff Smith uses V6. Actually, he changed it already.
Yeah.
Change it.
Jeff's in the process of upgrading his stereo.
Let's change
When
it.
we have him on the show where we talk to Fernando about competition, which I'll find out when we're going to do that and get back to you guys soon enough. We'll go over what the new system is going to be. We got to play with his new amps on Saturday. He stopped by before we went live and played with the new Helix amps that he just got. And it was like, man, I hate you. And speaking of that, next Tuesday, that's next Tuesday, not Monday. Monday we'll be doing this, but Tuesday we're going to do a special show with Seth Hostetter from JVC Kenwood. You guys know him, you love him. He's been on the show a bunch of times. We're going to have him here because JVC is releasing a bunch of new products, dash cams and some other things, I believe. We're going to find out soon enough. We'll have him on Tuesday. We're going to talk about him. We'll get to play with them and have a gay old time, as Fred Flintstone likes to say. But that takes us to the 40-minute mark.
Yes!
And with that, we have a cool thing to show you. And I know what you're thinking. What are you talking about? So that segment is called... It's Spotlight Time! We got some Spotlight stuff. Let's go to camera 4 here. And we're looking at the new... from Pioneer, the GM ME 300X1C and the 304XC. These are their new marine amplifiers, class FD. And hey, look at that. We already have them out of the box. Okay. So these are IP. Let me get over here to the website so I can kind of give you an idea of, hold on. Give me 1 second. These are IP6 rated, which means that they are ready to go. These can get wet. Not only are they IP6 rated, they're J1171 certified, which means that these can get mounted next to a gas tank. So they are fused safe amplifiers, which they have a better name for it. But
yeah, what's the name?
Hold on, it's I'm sorry, ignition protected amplifiers. So these cannot be an ignition source for starting a fire. So it's a self-contained sealed amplifier, so if anything happens to it, it won't emit any sparks or gas or anything like that. But they're IP6 rated, which is nice. So basically what you have is you have the cover here that has a cool gasket on it, so when it's put on top. Now, this is the weird part. They are both 300 watts, and they are DC straight amplifiers, so it doesn't matter. They're 2 or 4 ohm compatible. At 2 ohms, this puts out 300 watts. At 4 ohms, this puts out 300 watts. At 2 ohms, this puts out 75 watts. And at 4 ohms, this puts out 75 watts. So it's 75 watts by 4 and 300 watts by 1, no matter what ohm load, just so it's 2 or 4. It comes with this big power plug here. So this is a weird thing. So it says it's ignition safe, but yet it has a standard plastic blow fuse here.
It's because it's only 6 inches.
I don't know, because
and it's not even that. I don't know why. It's like you can see right here. It has the
shrink
solder.
Oh yeah, because they're bringing the wires together. Because it's the same plug as the 4-channel, probably. Who knows? Either way, this is the cool plug that plugs into the amplifier. It has caps on the RCAs here. You have...
I think you're going to do low level, or they give you this pigtail if you're going to do high level.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep. No, that's exactly what it's for. So, you know, this will plug in. Here's the end of the amplifier. I was going to say go up just a little bit. Here's the end of the amplifier for that to plug into. So it looks like a really high-end data connection.
And when you plug it in, and you can actually hear the click.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I'm waiting to hear the click.
Hey, it clicks.
Oh, no.
I click it.
Yeah. Either way, yeah, that's all the way in. So, there you go.
But it's definitely good.
Yeah, it ain't gonna come out.
No,
Oh, that's I got it caught up.
Yeah.
Either way.
Anyway.
So these are their new
they are
amplifiers.
the new ones right there.
So if you're interested in that, then they're small, they're compact. It's all right. So naturally size test. Here's your iPhone Max to give it a comparison to size. Pretty nice.
There you go.
There you go. If you want to know more about the amplifiers, of course, you can head over to pioneerelectronics.com, and they give you the whole like sales pitch as far as all the nice stuff, Class D amplifier. And if you're interested in specifications for your marine amplifier, they have a full list of specifications here, such as signal to noise, power, all that fun stuff that they're deciding to give you. They do have high and low pass crossovers built into them, so a lot of fun there. Way to go. And it's just in time for boat season or water sports or whatever it is. Good grief, that's a big plug.
What's the warranty on that?
Sealed means not repairable. So it's got screws on the bottom. It just means it's conformal coated. But let's be honest, most amplifiers nowadays, you're not repairing anything. Once the warranty is up, you just throw them away. I know that is like, oh God, but let's be honest. I mean, people don't repair things anymore. I mean, they just don't.
Some people do.
I mean, yes, if your ice maker breaks, you don't go out and buy a brand new refrigerator. You try to buy the part to repair it. But if the coil breaks on the refrigerator, more than likely you're buying a new refrigerator if it's 5, 6, 7 years old. So amplifiers, they have a 1-year warranty because it's Pioneer. How long are they going to last? It's marine. Let's be honest. Bust out another 1,000. Boat.
Do the Pioneer amplifiers still have that pop? I don't think the new ones.
No,
I think when the first one came out, the 8604 and something like that, definitely they have that pop, and then they change it to the new ones, and
yeah, we haven't heard it on the new ones at all.
No.
The latest version, they also came out with some other amplifiers for Marine too.
The Marine too, yeah.
That are pretty neat, but it was weird when we got them. They weren't on the site. Let me see if they finally put them up there, because yeah, so they don't even. Oh no, they do now. So they have the new 6-channel Marine that just came out too. Which is,
that one is the.
This is their new
6-channel.
6-channel. This is an IP6 rated. How it is certified ignition protected. There again, I don't understand how they get those ratings, but this is a nice compact. Kind of looks JL-ish there with the way the top mount goes. We brought this in. We'll probably be using it. It's pretty small footprint. We're probably using that more as a like in a Jeep or something like that. What's your thoughts on Nakamichi? Is that the one?
The 6120, yeah.
Is that the one we play with?
DSP with the controller, yeah.
We have 2 videos on that where we show you how to use it. As far as would I go with something else, that's something for you to decide.
Yep. So you can check. You can check the video. You can check the video. You can download the software. See if it works for you.
If you can get the software to work to download. But anyways, we shot the how to use it video. That's as far as we got on it. Power it up, put it in a fish tank, check if it seals good. I know, right? But I don't want to buy them if they don't. So
yeah, exactly.
No, I don't care that much. I really don't. Where's the rest of the Chevy Impala build? Bro, slow it down, man. You know, if you guys haven't figured out how the schedule works, Monday, Instagram, 5 minutes, rebroadcast. Tuesday, YouTube. This show gets rebroadcast Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Original content, install bay, or whatever we decide to put up. It's kind of how the week flows. So tomorrow will be this video on YouTube. Wednesday, you're going to get part 2 and part 3, and then a full rebroadcast of the video. Which is funny because somebody had made a comment, and I was like, just wait for part 2. Just literally wait for part 2 is awesome, by the way. You guys are going to love it.
That's probably what he asked.
Yeah, no, part 2 is cool. I've already seen it.
Oh, really?
But, oh, yeah, of course.
Wow. I didn't know.
Part 2 is awesome.
All right. Does the audio control DM608 has a built-in RTA?
Yes, it has a built-in RTA, but keep in mind, guys, there's 2 different types of RTAs. There's an RTA that uses a microphone, which is audible RTA, and there's a RTA that gets hooked up via electrical, which is electrical, meaning it gets hooked up to the speaker wires, and that's the electrical RTA, which is actually the more expensive of the 2, because you can use your phone's microphone and do an audible RTA, but trying to measure the electrical current or see what the electrical current coming out of a stereo is actually the more difficult, more expensive one. That's why we have all those expensive handheld versions to do that. It has one of those built into it. Why is it there? What is it used for? If you're doing something where you're going to be integrating into a factory radio and you would like to see what the signal looks like, you can do that by playing pink noise and looking at the input section. It will also have an auto de-equalization. If you would like it to go ahead and do that, the audio control will run its own and try to apply its internal EQ curve to it, which some people is plenty. Thursday night reverse polarity and side jack. Yes, it is Thursday night, 8:30 and 9:45. 9:45. Don't forget Jeff Smith will be on side jag, where we're going to be talking about the Britney Spears movie. Pretty excited to do that. Do you have a preference between the Metra or Scosche DAC kit? When it comes to dash kits, I always have a preference. It depends on each one though. So like Scosche makes great dash kits, Metra makes great dash kits, PAC makes great dash kits, IDEA makes exceptional dash kits, but they only make like 10 of them. That's why they're all like amazing.
In the specific car.
So it really depends. Yes, it depends 100% on the car.
So for example, like the G35, you know, Metra makes the one, but I prefer
the Scosche kit.
The Scosche kit, you know, it's more nicer.
Definitely more nicer.
Yeah.
Ask why JVC doesn't get the good amp and speaker. JVC needs the goods.
Yeah.
No, we actually talked about that on the last show when we had Seth on. It really just comes down to the popularity of the brand. JVC isn't known, they're not a big enough brand right now for those things. Like, they do pretty well as a radio manufacturer, but they're not really known for speakers, amps, and subs. So there's really no point in coming out with a high-end amplifier when they're not going to sell that well.
Right.
So that's why. It's just a numbers thing. You got to remember, at the end of the day, these are Japanese companies, and they look at both sides of the penny, man.
What do they have? Purify air filter?
They do make an air filter.
There you
we
go.
never got that.
Huh?
We gave it away, but we never got another one. I always wanted another one.
Yeah.
Hi-fi.
Hey.
But that's why. It's no big secret as far as that goes.
It's no secret. It is secret.
It could be a secret.
Don't tell nobody.
I won't. You got something?
Do you guys think the Punch 1000 is worth the extra cash compared to the Prime 1200?
Ooh. Wow.
I always liked the Punch.
But I get what he's saying. Now when you look at like the 1200, has a different type of power supply. So it has a newer power supply that'll actually is more forgiving on these new stop-start vehicles.
The new Primes.
So the new Primes. So the new Prime R2s have probably, which would be like an equivalent to the boost power supply that Kicker makes.
Yeah, right there.
So they're a little bit more forgiving from that regards because they can work down in low voltage. Now they have the distortion detection built into them. The components are going to be different. So I mean, I don't think it's as bad as like a Fiero versus Lamborghini with a kit. I mean, if you're just looking at straight power, I mean, bigger power supply, definitely. So when you look at a Prime is going to be 1,200 watts. Like, it's going to do 1,200 watts. That's it. When you look at a Punch, the Punch is going to say 1,000, but it's going to be really 1,200 watts. Yeah. Just because of that. So, I mean, if I got good battery voltage and I got the money, I'm going to go Punch. But I wouldn't feel bad about going Prime R2s if I was like worried about battery voltage and I didn't have the money. I'm sure I'd be just as happy.
Yeah.
I remember JVC had some pretty decent amps and speakers, and why I say they need good stuff again. Oh no, they did. But the thing is times change. And the reason why JVC and Kenwood merged together is because they weren't doing well apart, and by combining the two companies, it allowed them to share some of the like technologies. It's just a matter of more people have to get on board with the JVC is really what it comes down to. They're kind of rebuilding the line. Like, we now have, like, the radios are definitely on point. So over time, I think if people start buying more of the radios, once the radios take off and become a staple of the product line, then you'll see all the other stuff fall in suit. Because we all know, if I have this radio, I'm going to want a matching amplifier or matching speakers or something like that.
Right.
So it's just a matter of time.
Yes.
Trust me, I'm sure they would love to do it. It's not a matter of like, someone, oh man, we can't. No, we would love to do it. They just need people to buy it. So
Yeah. When you ever do a front mount subwoofer, especially now that you have a convertible and quality of shallow mounts. Will you?
Personally,
Will
me?
you?
No.
Will you?
No, because I need the foot room for the passenger.
But nobody sits in the passenger side.
Yeah, but no one can sit in the back either unless they got no legs. So in order for someone to sit back there, they have to slide the seat forward. So the person in the front needs the foot room.
Now,
however, that's
get
not.
rid of the glove box. You don't put nothing in the glove box. Get rid of that. Build the box.
I mean, there again, I would never say never.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think we would do it in your car before we did it in my car.
I'm in.
I would love to build an ABS or like an ABS or Sentra box with a 6.5 firing into the.
That's what I want to do. Yeah,
I'm down for doing
front.
that.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
Yes, Davey C does have a nice budget 5-channel amplifier.
They do.
They do. But no, so I think it's just a matter of time. They have low end and high end of money spectrum. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, there again, it's just a matter of who's gonna buy what.
Yeah. I see the videos. They're awesome, by the way. Thank you. And that's the only thing we make. You know. That's
Videos?
it. Yeah.
We just make videos.
That's what we make. Just videos.
I know, right? It's so much fun.
Yeah.
See, for all you guys that want to ask questions, that try to get all the questions in the front of the show, I really feel that last 40 minutes, the last 20 minutes of the show is where you need to, like, ask those questions. Like, the guys that try to get stuff right away, you need to come in late and ask the question. Convertibles need a lot of power and lots of wooferage. I'm not worried about either one of those.
So in Dean's car, we're going to put 218s.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Back seats, 218s, go to town. Now, as far as power and all that stuff go, I haven't figured out what I want to do, but I'm not really worried about it. I'll just get whatever power I need. And that's part of the problem, is trying to figure out what I want to put in there for power, because I want the easiest way to say it, a shit ton of power. I mean,
why not?
No, infinite baffle wouldn't work in the convertible. There's really not a good way to do that, because it's a metal top. It just, no.
Yeah.
I mean, you could maybe fit like a 6 or something. It'd just be a waste of my time. So
a lot of work for nothing.
Or I'd have to cut out the yeah, forget that. I'm not doing that. Dean doesn't need a back seat. I don't, but my wife would tend to argue that point. Well, what if Haley wants to go? Or what if I want to go? Actually, it's what if she wants to go, because Haley makes her sit in the back. It's kind of funny. Is the Class H amp more efficient than a
Class
D class? You know, that's a weird one for sure. You know, I did a bunch of research on that, and right now it totally escapes me as far as what the efficiency difference was. I just know it's more efficient than obviously an AB, but I don't know what percentage is between H and D. I know some of these manufacturers have gone to the H, but yeah, I don't know. That's one of those things I need to get Joe on and just have him be like, okay, so here's the, and just rattle that stuff off.
Well, you recommend that L7 in the Accord today over the 2 Kenwood Excellent 10-inch in the factory box.
Yes. That L7 is stupid loud, man. It's so loud. Yeah, but it's a lot more power. Keep in mind, to do that L7, we need a lot more power than we need for the Excellent 10s. You know, you don't need 800, 900 watts for the 10s. You're perfectly fine. Like, if we were doing an if we were doing the 5-channel audio control in this, then
the 210,
I would do the 210s. Right, I wouldn't even be a conversation with it. Let's do the 210s factory box. It's going to be boomy. It's going to be loud. Everyone's going to be happy. We didn't have to do that. We got 900 watts to put on a sub. So if I got 900 watts, I'm buying a big ass sub to put in here. So
right.
You know, he had a really nice sub previously and wanted one sub really loud. And this is, you know, he likes kicker. And I was like, well, let's do this. So
Q class, baby.
All right, hold on. What was that? I saw a topic. That works. Be a good topic for next week. Different amp topologies. It would be. The thing you got to keep in mind though is that, like, we're trying to keep that segment to a decent amount of time, and like this week was going to be phase versus polarity, and as soon as I just got through polarity, it was like it's going to be 27 slides to do phase versus polarity. So we had to shrink it down to that. But with that, that brings this week's show to an end. Let's head over to the laptop. Dean and Fernando's Tool Drawer at dnftooldrawer.com is a place you can go and find all the cool tools that we use to do our installations. That's right. Simple click down below and you can find a bunch of neat stuff. If you've ever wondered what we use, teespring.com/store/5star is a place you can go to find all the cool apparel that has our logos all over it. So make sure you head over there. Summer is coming. It's time to pick up a fresh t-shirt so you can look, you know, really cool. For all you Jeff Smith fans, you know, hey, I know Jeff Smith. Do you even zip tie, bro? Or if you're a big fan of The Boring Life of Dean and Haley, that other YouTube channel I do, you can pick yourself up one of those and make Haley, like, lose her mind. And let's see, that's it for that. And make sure to tune in Thursday nights at 9:45? 9:45. Side Jag, Guy's Perspective on Movies and Life. This week's guest is Jeff Smith, and we'll be talking about the Britney Spears documentary that was recently done. Pretty excited about that. Of course, I'm anxious to get Jeff Smith's perspective on Britney Spears. I know he's a big fan of Britney.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't he be?
I don't know.
So, and of course, if you want to check out before that, a Reverse Polarity with Mr. Hi-Fi Vega and I over on Hi-Fi Vega's channel. We do way too much stuff, guys.
Crazy.
And so hopefully you enjoy and watch and partake in all the fun that we do. And with that, we're going to end the show there. Thank you so much for playing with us this week. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll update you on Instagram what's going on with the Honda Accord that we have going over here. So make sure you tune in that. That's 5 minutes of 5-star. You can find that on Instagram, going for the number 5-star car stereo.
That's
you guys have a great night as always. We'll see you later next time.
Bye.